Today we'll be creating insert for dessert plates and wrappers for the Hershey bar, the chocolate bar. Let's go ahead and start. We are on Design Space. If you do not have a template for your Hershey bar, I'm going to show you how to create a template. If you want, you can also go to Etsy.com and you can find the template there as well. But like I said, if you don't want to pay or you don't want to go through all that, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to make that template. On your left hand side, go to Shapes, and we're going to bring in a square, and we're going to bring in another square. First square, we're going to size it. Click on the square, go right here, unlock, and it's 5.25 by 5.5, and we lock it. Okay, 5.5, and we lock it. Now, since we don't need score lines, we don't have to make any lines, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you, because what it is, you need to place your design right in the middle, and then if you want to put some barcodes or nutrition facts, you have to center everything. So the second box square, we're going to go ahead and size it to 5.25. Let's go ahead and click on the square, unlock. The width is 5.25 by 1.458, and we lock it. We're going to go ahead to your layers panel, which is on your right hand side. We're going to go ahead and click on duplicate. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and change the color for you guys to see. Click on the box and go in between line type and fill. That gray box is identifying the image you just selected. So we just click on it. Let's just change the color. Let's make it a red. And let's do the same with the other one. Okay, let's place it right here on top of our square, our main square. And this is letting us know that the gray part, that's the front of your Hershey bar wrapper. Whatever you're going to design, whatever you're going to add any wording has to be in this gray area. It cannot be below that gray area, because when you fold your wrapper, it will go on to, your design will be on the back part of it. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and highlight the entire image. Go to your layers panel. Let's group it. That way you can move it all around your canvas. Okay, let's leave it right here. Now, let's go ahead and bring in a circle. This is for the plate insert. Go back to your left-hand side. Click on Shapes, and let's bring in the circle. And this circle will be 4 by 4. Again, click on the image, unlock, and size it. And we lock it. Let's bring in a few images that we'll be using. Go to your left-hand side and click on Images. And let's go ahead and type in ladybug, scallop, and what else? I think that's it. Okay, and I'm using this one right here. These images, I bought them on Etsy from Divine Digital Diva. I'll leave a link in the description. They're not available on Google. She is the only seller that has these types of babies, these type of images. Okay, we click on the image now. We already have the ladybug. Let me just delete it, and you'll see it on the bottom of your screen. And let's get some circles. I need a scallop circles, which, let me type in circle. And I don't think it's going to come up like that. So let's go to filter. Let's click on my images and purchased. I think they're in my, let me see. Okay, well, my images. Okay, this is the one I'm looking for. Okay, we click on that one. You'll see right here in the bottom with your other image. And once you're satisfied with all the images that you need, we're going to go ahead and click on Insert Images. Once on this side, I need to take care of this. Let's go ahead and just size it, whatever size, I just want it off my screen, like not to be that huge. So let's go ahead and leave it right here. Okay, let's get the scallop. Okay, and I'm going to duplicate the scallop. Let me duplicate 3 times. Since I'm already started with the scallop, I'm going to start with the circle. Bring it on this side. Now, for the circle, I want a pattern. Click on the circle. Click where it says no fill. Click on print. And the reason for this is because this is a print and cut. And we're going to fill in this circle with a pattern. Okay? Now, we're going to go ahead. Once you click on your circle, you'll see right here where it says print. You click on that gray box, which identifies the image you just clicked on, the image you just clicked on. So right here where it says print type, click on that drop down arrow and go to patterns. These patterns, I already had uploaded them to Design Space. To upload your patterns, what you do, once you have a pattern on your computer, which is here, no, it's not coming up. Right here. Once you have your patterns here on your computer, saved on your computer, what you do is you go ahead on, click on upload, and right here where it says upload pattern, that's when you go, you drag it in or you browse and you upload your patterns. And you'll see your patterns here in this section right here. So let's go ahead and continue. Just look for the pattern you want to fill in. And I want this one. Okay, we got that ready. There it is. So now we need a red scallop. Click on the first one. Click on that black box and let's click on the red. And then the second one is black, remains black. Now the third one will be a fill in. Same technique as we did with the ladybug pattern. Okay. I don't have specific sizes for the scallops. I just went ahead and just put them one on top of each other and centered them. So I don't have the exact measurement. It's up to you how big, how small you want your circles. Let's go ahead and change the background of my canvas. Go on your layers panel all the way to the bottom, click on that white box, and then you go right back up here where it says color, click on that, and let's change it. Let's see this dark yellow. Okay, better. Okay, now first scallop will be the red one. You just size it. See, you can do this if you want. You can do this. You can leave them right here in the corner, wherever you want. So let's just go ahead and highlight, align, center. Okay. And if that happens, that goes to the back, leave it clicked and arrange, send it to the front. Let's center that one. Let's see what happens. I think I have to group it before I center it. Align. Okay, it'll center just that one. Great. Now let's get this one. Let me put this one. I want that red a little bit larger. Oh, now I have to center it again. I just want it a little bit larger. Let me see. Yep. Okay, do that. Align and center. Let's get the black one a little bit larger. Okay, and highlight, align, center. Great. Let's get the third one, which it will go to the back. Click on it, go to arrange, send it to the front. Okay. Then highlight, arrange, what, not arrange, align, center it. Okay, there you go. Now, let's go ahead and get the baby, and I want her the other way around, not this way. Wait, let me arrange. Click on the baby, on the image, click on arrange, send it to the front. I don't want her looking that way. I want her looking the other way around. So click on the image, click on flip, horizontal, and right there. And let's go ahead and size her. And I want her in here. Let me open this because I want her like this. Okay, that looks fine. We might need to position her a little bit more to the right, but okay, let's go ahead and bring in our text. Go to your left-hand side, click on text, and you're going to choose your font, your style, font size, letter space, line space, and you align it if you want it to the right, to the middle, to the left, or wherever you want it. First, I'm going to look for a font they already had uploaded, which is Boulevard. Right here. I think, oh my goodness. Okay, we have the Boulevard font. Style, I'm going to leave it regular, and I don't need to change the letter space, line space, and the alignment. Jesus. Let's type it in first, and then we go ahead to alignment. Okay, now let's start typing. I'm going to put welcome, and then I'm going to click enter. Baby. And the baby's name. Okay, we have it right here. Click out of the area that you're typing, and we have it here. Move this to the side. Okay. And now we go to alignment and we center it. If you want, you can move this, whatever you want to do. It's okay. I'm going to shrink this, and I'm going to unlock so I can position this right about here. Make her a little bit smaller. Okay, once you center it, highlight the entire image, and we flatten. Notice right here on your layers panel, it's one. It's a cut and print. Okay, so we're done with that one. We can set it aside. Let's bring in the chocolate bar. Now for the chocolate bar, what I do is, let's go ahead and fill it in first. Go to your layers panel, click on the eye, so we can go ahead and hide those two guides, those two squares. Do not move this square because then you're going to have to reposition these two squares that go on the end. Click on this gray box, click on no fill, print, drop down arrow, patterned, and it's the same technique. We're going to fill in this square. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and bring in, I had to ungroup, sorry guys. Why ungroup? Because I didn't ungroup. Remember that I had grouped the three shapes? When they're grouped and you fill in just one shape, even though I hid it, it's going to fill in the other shapes. So let's go ahead and ungroup. Wait for them to come back, and we just go ahead and, because this is just a guide, we can just leave it the way it is. When we finish designing, I will delete these two, so we can leave it like that, but it's too busy, too much going on. So what I'm going to do is click on no fill. leave it gray. We're fine. We don't need those. Now, let's design the middle. I'm just designing the front part of the Hershey bar. I'm not adding nutrition facts. I'm not adding no wording on the back of the Hershey bar. Let's go ahead and bring in shapes. Bring in just one square because we can go ahead and duplicate it from here. And duplicate it twice. Okay, I just went ahead. I don't have the measurements for the first square. I just went ahead and eyeballed it. And my first square will be red. The second one will be black, and then the third one will be with the pattern. Okay, let's go ahead and eyeball this right here. You want to leave a little bit of on the sides. Well, you don't have to leave on the sides. You can cover it completely if you want. You can do this, cover it completely if you want, or just the center. Now when you do that, you go ahead and highlight the entire image, align and center. I forgot about those gray boxes. Let me hide them. Anyways, and align and center. Let's get the black one, and we're gonna size it a little bit smaller. Okay, that's fine. Highlight, align, and center it. Let's get the third one. You can see with the blue line, you'll be able. Oh wait, where's my gray box? Sorry guys. And let's go ahead and center that. Okay. Take this one, and this will be a pattern. Click on your shape, no fill, print. Click on the gray box, the arrow, click on pattern, and let's get our pattern. This one right here. And if that happens, click on the shape, arrange, send it to the front. And that looks fine. Highlight the entire image, align, and recenter it. Okay, I would have just duplicated the wording from the plate, which I'm going to do. I'm going to unflatten, and I'm going to duplicate the wording. And then we don't have to go through all that again. Highlight the entire image again, and we just flatten it. Let's go back to images, and let's get that baby again. I don't want to go through all that again. And don't worry about losing your work. It's going to be there unless you click on, if you click on new, that's when you lose your what you're working on your canvas. If you don't do that, you're fine. Click, oh, that's not the baby. Click on the baby. You'll see it on the bottom of the screen, and insert. And let's size her so we can get her off our screen. And again, click on the image, flip horizontal. Okay, let's get the wording. Place it here. And let's pull it up right here. It'll be fine. Lock it. Get the baby, and let's resize her. You can resize her like this. To me, it's easier rather than going up here and start playing with these numbers. To me, that it's easier to do it this way. And we're going to place her right here. It's fine like that. If you want, you can extend this a little bit more. Let me see if I can put this bold. Oh, we can put it bold. And we can do this one bold. I'll change that. Yes. You can put that bold as well, whichever you prefer. I like it anyways this way. Doesn't matter. Okay, once we do that, highlight the entire image. If you notice right here on your layers panel, you see all these pieces. Watch when we go ahead and click on flatten, it'll be just one. Cut and print. Now, for the squares, these gray squares, we don't need these. So this right here is the back of your wrapper, and this is the back of your wrapper. So once you have it all, just check on your measurements, 4x4. Check on your wrapper, 5.25 by 5.5. And nope, we cannot click on make it. Sorry guys, let's hit cancel. Before we click on make it, okay, once you check your size and you see on your layers panel, cut, print, we're going to go ahead and select the machine you'll be using from this drop down arrow, select your machine. Then we're going to go ahead and click on make it. Once here, you cannot change your material size because unfortunately with the print and cut, the largest you can go is 8.5 by 11, your cardstock. And your image is 6.75 by 9.25. Now, if you click on 2 and apply, you can fit 2 circles. Oh, you cannot. I thought you would be able. Oh, yes, you can right here. I'm sorry. You can fit 2 circles on one 8.5 by 11. Okay, so we have the Hershey bar wrapper and we have the circle. When I print my Hershey bar wrappers, I do not cut it on the machine. Why? Because it's just a simple square that I will cut with my trimmer, with my paper trimmer. If you want to put it through your machine, that's fine. I just don't like to go in the back and forth because, like I said, it's a simple square. Now for the circle, I do not like to cut circles by hand. I'm a mess, so I rather put that through the machine. I'm using 65-pound white cardstock for the wrapper. The same for the plate inserts. We're done here. Click on continue. Your machine should be on. Your printer ready. Let's wait for the machine to connect. Well, that's connecting. Let's go ahead and click on send to printer. When you get here, you're going to go ahead and select the printer you'll be using. Once you select your printer, you select your copies, leave the add bleed on. Having this bleed on will slightly cut beyond the, oh my goodness, I forgot guys. Adding the bleed will cut beyond your image to avoid like a white border, white margin that the image might have. Now we're going to go ahead and click on print. Once you click on print, you go ahead and stick it onto your mat, load it to your machine, set your material to cardstock, whichever cardstock you're using. Like I always say, if you're using heavy cardstock, that's fine. But for the Hershey wrapper, I recommend 65-pound cardstock or less. Why? If you use 80, 110, or even more, your cardstock might crack. Okay, so you're going to set your material, then you load it to your machine, and then you click on your flash and go button. Now, if you're not cutting on the machine, just print it out and set it aside. For your circles, we do the same things. Once you do all that, I'll see you guys back at the table so we can start assembling. Okay, now that we're back at the table, let's go ahead and start. I have the printout for the wrapper of the Hershey bar. I don't like putting it through the machine because I have to make like 20 of them. So by the time I stick in, stick out, put the mat, put the load, unload, it's faster if I grab my trimmer, my paper trimmer, and just go ahead and trim it. To me, it's faster. I already made like 19 of them. So it's much faster. So what I do is I'll grab 4 papers at a time. Well, I'm sorry, 6. This will grab up to 6 if it's not too thick. If not, 4. And then I'll just go ahead and trim 4 or 6 at a time. It's faster. Okay, let's put that aside. So we have the wrapper. I use the double-sided tape, my 1.55 ounce Hershey bar, and I have the foil paper. For the foil paper, for the white cardstock and the tape, I will leave links in the description. And then for the plates, this is a 7-inch plate. I will also leave the link in the description. This is from Web Restaurant. I buy in bulk because I get a lot of orders. So it's cheaper, easier for me to buy in bulk instead of buying from any other store. And this is pretty good. This is really good plate. And then I have the cutout for the bottom of the plate. And I forgot my machine. Okay, for the bottom of the plate, I love using my Xyron sticker machine. Why? Because in the past, I have used tape. I have tried, when I was starting making the plates, I just started maybe a few months, a year ago, I don't know. So anyways, I started with glue, wet glue. I started with double-sided tape, Mod Podge, and it did not work at all for me. I see others that do use those items, but to me, it does not work for me. For me, works best the Xyron sticker machine. So I'm just going to go ahead while I'm here, just go ahead and show you guys. Xyron machine, it holds 9-inch, which is all the way up to here, or the 5-inch. I have the 5-inch cartridge in. And then what you do is you just place your, since it's in the bottom of the plate, your design must face down in order for the sticker to go on your design side. So what I do is place it here, right in the middle. Let me go ahead and put this cover down. And what I do is place it right here in the middle. Well, let me fix the back part. That's why it's not going in all the way. Because when I opened it, the sticker came off. So let me just go ahead and grab it. Now we are good to go. Okay. Face down. I can't see the slit. Okay. Face down, and you turn your knob right here on the side, and you'll see it coming right through the back. And then on the back side, you have the trimmer, and you just go ahead and you trim. Once you trim, I always like to flatten it out and grab your plate, take off this adhesive, back part of the adhesive, grab your, see, it's on the design has a sticky side. The design has the sticky part on it. Just go ahead and place it right here on the bottom of your plate. That way it is safe to consume any type of dessert, small piece of cake with ice cream. And there you go. Okay, let's set it aside. For the foil, what I do is I bought the wrong tape, double-sided tape, so what I'm doing is just trying to use it all because I bought like maybe 5 of these. So I'll just place it instead of applying glue or tape. I don't like using I don't like using the regular tape for the foil. I think it doesn't look right, but some people do use it. I mean, it's all about presentation, right? Some people say, oh, but they're gonna throw it away, they're gonna rip it apart, but presentation is great when you're making handmade items, I'm sorry. Okay, remove the backing, grab your Hershey bar, place it in the middle, and go ahead and fold in your sides. Okay, so we go ahead and finish folding it. See, you don't have no tape, visible tape. Crisp, clean. Okay, now for the wrapper, I do the same. I'll just go ahead and place double-sided tape on both ends. Let's just go ahead and remove. I start first with this part. Let's remove the backing. And this side goes up, and just go ahead and place it, measure it, place it right there. And just fold in your sides. Turn it around and fold in your side. And here's your wrapper. Okay, I'm going to finish 19 more of these and 9 more of the plates. I'll post a picture at the end of the video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Happy crafting.